Family got revenge posthumously. I know this family that had the most messed up mom you could imagine. Like, she was the kind of person who would tell her own daughters they were worthless and then turn around and act like her sons could do no wrong. Sarah and Lisa, the two daughters, got treated like absolute garbage their entire lives. Meanwhile, their brothers Mike and Tommy could literally burn the house down, and mom would find a way to blame the girls for it. I'm talking about a woman who would make comments like, well, at least the boys will give me grandchildren I actually want to spend time with, right in front of Sarah and Lisa. She'd buy the boys expensive Christmas gifts and then hand the girls like a $10 gift card to Target. When Sarah got accepted to college with a full scholarship, their mom's response was, I hope you don't think you're better than your family now. But when Mike barely graduated high school, she threw him a huge party and invited the whole neighborhood. The worst part? Their dad was literally the most amazing man on the planet. He was kind, funny, always stood up for the girls when mom wasn't around. He'd sneak them extra allowance money and tell them how proud he was of them. Nobody could figure out how these two people ended up together. He was sunshine and she was basically a storm cloud that rained on everyone's parade. When their dad died about 15 years ago, the whole family was devastated. But the daughters made sure he got the most beautiful headstone you've ever seen. They spent months writing and rewriting it to capture exactly who he was. The stone said something like, here lies Robert Johnson, loving husband, devoted father, kind brother, constant friend, beloved by all who knew him. It went on listing all his amazing qualities. Their mom lived for almost 20 more years after that, and let me tell you, those 20 years were just more of the same treatment for Sarah and Lisa. She never softened up, never apologized, never acknowledged how cruel she'd been. She'd still make comments at family dinners about how the girls were disappointments and how she wished she'd only had sons. Even when Sarah became a successful doctor and Lisa started her own business, mom would find ways to tear them down. So when she finally died last year, guess who was in charge of updating the headstone? That's right, the daughters she'd spent decades treating like garbage. Now, they could have been the bigger people here. They could have written something nice about their mom despite everything. But after years of being told they were worthless, I think they were done being nice. The updated headstone now reads exactly this. Here lies the mortal remains of Robert Johnson, loving husband, devoted father, kind brother, constant friend, beloved by all who knew him. Also Margaret. That's it, just also Margaret. No loving adjectives, no devoted anything, just her name tacked on like an afterthought. Sarah told me they spent about 5 minutes deciding on the wording. She said, we figured if mom wanted to be remembered fondly, maybe she should have tried being fond of us while she was alive. The best part? The brothers were furious when they saw it. Mike called Sarah screaming about how disrespectful it was, but here's the thing. The daughters had legal control over the headstone since they'd paid for dad's original burial. So now for all eternity, everyone who visits that grave will see exactly how this family really felt about their mom. Her legacy is literally also Margaret. Sometimes the best revenge really is just telling the truth.